Alright guys, welcome back to another high-tech redneck video. Today we're continuing on in Railroad Corporation 2. If you remember the last few episodes, we went ahead and finished the first mission in the campaign mode. Thought it'd be a little more fun to try out the Sandbox and work on building our Redneck Empire. My goal would be to connect pretty much everything in the map. We did try and film this yesterday. Unfortunately, the film got cut on the left and right, and it was an epic failure. I took too many loans and too much money too early, and our company went bankrupt. So today we're going to play a little bit slower, but try and keep our empire going. So we're going to do a sandbox with abundant natural resources, and we will get started. All right, let's get it going. So the first thing we need to do is figure out where we want to start on the map. Just taking a quick glance around. All right, I think we've identified our starting location. We're going to start in Fountain Valley this time, mostly because Fountain Valley does lumber. So for 3 wood, they make 2 lumber. And I found Oxnard, which yesterday I called Oxnardo. Don't know why I thought there was an O at the end. They supply wood. So I think that'll be our very first train line. We'll get wood up to Fountain Valley, and then boards can be sold somewhere, hopefully, maybe. Indianapolis wants wood, so we can take some wood there. Northport wants boards. Who else wants boards? Collegetown? No. Don't know. We'll figure out who wants boards once we start making them, I guess. This is maybe the mistake I made yesterday, was moving a little too fast, but we're going to do it again, just for the heck of it. So the first thing we got to do is set up our office. We're going to set up our office. Fountain Valley. 752,000. Wow. $750,000. So what if we went somewhere smaller? They got much smaller population. Canton is not too far, and it's a lot cheaper, and they have social and industry land. Oh, Canton's the same price. Darn. Well, I think we want to set up wherever we can get the most benefit. So we're going to go to Fountain Valley like we planned. We're going to establish our office. So there goes half of our starting funds right there. Let's work on getting this first run of wood set up. So we'll go from, let's set up a railroad station down here in Oxnard. And we'll set one up in Fountain Valley. I am not going to put repair on every route this time. Last time I did, and it seemed to be a big mistake. Okay. We can have this guy go in there. Hopefully he's connected. So we will have a repair shop here, since this is going to be our main station, and we're going to also need a train depot to get our trains going. So we've got 400,000 left to put our first track in. And we'll do that by going this way. We'll go by Annapolis just so that we can split off later and deliver some wood. Whoops. Let's undo. Undo. We're going to go by Annapolis, but then we got to go this way. I want as straight and as short of a path as possible. So that gets us wood flowing. So let's get that going. We'll buy a locomotive. We will go from Fountain Valley. Nope, just kidding. Don't want Fountain Valley. I want to go from Oxnard with wood. I can take 4. And we're going to go up to Fountain Valley. We're going to drop off the wood. Save, and that gets our first train moving. All right. This time I'm not going to go into finances first. I'm going to go into research first. How much is our research department? 180,000. We have 280,000. Let's go ahead and start researching because it's just going to save us money. We need to get a researcher. Let's see, scientist. Right now we just need a level 1. Somebody that downs our research time. This guy has a pretty good, costs $2,000 a month. Actually, we can hire a couple. Let's hire 3 for now. All level 1, because that's all we can afford. And then we can start our research. So that's the mistake I made last time. I think we were wasting way too much money up front. Let's up our speed first. Let's also up our fuel conversion efficiency because that'll save us money in fuel. And we'll go ahead and do repairability now while we have somebody free. All right, and we now have our first item on the track. Now the next question is it worth moving wood to Indianapolis and getting the clay pit connected? Who needs clay? Deltona would need clay up here. Oh wow, they need a lot to make bricks. Okay, well we're gonna hold off on that. But everybody wants wood right now, and they have grain. That might be a smart idea to move grain over to Cedar Rapids. Nope, just kidding. We'll have to move grain to a flour factory over here. So our grain's up there has to go down here. That's going to be tough. All right, so we are logging. We're paying 4,200 per log, and then we're getting 11,000 per. So it's pretty good profit. Let's upgrade our station. Let's put another track in just so that we have two, and then we're gonna run. I think we can run 3 trains on the 2 tracks. I think, hopefully. Oh nope, I'll do that. That didn't register my. I was trying to do a parallel track. Undo. Undo. Now add. Keep it parallel, please. Thank you. Uh-oh. Alright, we'll do it to there. Oh, that's more money than we have. We need 105,000 for that. Okay. Well, if we put a little bypass in here, we could still have 2 trains on the track for a lot cheaper. Let's try and put it in there to there. 30,000. Uh-oh, we're out of money. Well, we're coming back with our first load, so we'll make some cash that way. There's also maintenance in this, so it's going to get interesting already. I may have overspent. Can't quite afford another train yet. Let's go ahead and fast forward and hope for the best. Yeah, we're already negative. We're going to be negative even more, aren't we? He's taking his sweet time getting there. All right, here comes our first load. We're going to make 40,000. Okay, so we're finally positive again. Let's get another train going because we need the money. Buy a locomotive. And we're going to do the same thing. From Oxnard, 4 to Fountain Valley, offload. All right, so now we got 2 trains on that route. We could probably even have a third, honestly. Scientists are completing some of our research, so let's up that. 13,000, we'll do that. We'll keep the 14 grand we have because we need to be able to buy. Oh, crap. Yep, we're already in trouble. We're already in trouble. All right, he can finish his as long as he's stuck there. T2 is going to have to be held. Dang, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have researched. Can I pause my research? No. Well, shoot. This start is not going any better than the last one, apparently. Okay, that's how we see things. Got it. I have not used the mini-map filter once. That's smart of me. All right, we're already negative 15. How much does he have? He's got 3, so that'll put us positive 15. And then this guy can load up a few and take them, maybe. Please. Unless he doesn't, unless the other guy needs repairs. Okay, we got a full 4 on that guy. He's going up. This guy's coming back down. He's not going to have enough money to refill when he gets down there. All right, guys, we're going to pause and just kind of let these guys run for a little bit and make some money. All right, so our train made its first delivery. We're finally positive. This actually worked out pretty well because every time these trains have to stop and wait, it gives this train enough time to get up here because he's the one making our money before T2 can get down and buy more. So we're barely staying above water for now. Cost me $7,000 to increase my pulling mass. All this research stuff is expensive. Reliability is cheap. Let's do that one. What else is cheap? Fuel conversion efficiency is cheap. Let's do that one. At least get those going. See, this T1 is going to barely get in there before T2 gets down. T2 is going 50. T1's only going 33. So it works out okay. Making some money. We'll get our money up, and then we'll figure out what our next route should look like. Lumber mill's producing lumber. $600,000 to buy that. We're a long ways off from that. All right, I'm going to let these trains make a few runs, get our money up, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, so our trains have run a couple runs. We're back up to 50,000. And I'm just kind of looking at one. I think we need to upgrade our pulling mass. This will allow us to take 25 more. That makes sense. Rated power doesn't really give us much. Tractive effort would help, but very expensive. Service life, repairability. Repairability seems like a good investment, but that's $14,000. That's a lot of money. All right. The clay pit still wants boards, and they're willing to pay $13,000 a piece for them. So and they need 35. That's a lot. We definitely need to invest in another. How much is a train station here? 64,000. We don't have enough yet, so we have to wait a little bit. But I think we go ahead and put a train in here that can do wood back and forth for now to make us some extra money as soon as we can afford it. So T1's going up. Our credit rating seems to be going up. Where's our other train at? T2's headed down, so he's got to buy his boards. T1's headed up, so we'll make some money and then he'll buy. We're down to 50,000. Should allow us to put in. So we're up to 98. Let's let him buy his boards. And then we're down to 80. Okay, we can put this one in. And then we can add some track. Oh, nope, not that way. This track. Connect it. Oh, no. We need more. Shoot. That's going to be a problem. How cheaply can I connect this, even if it is a shitty connection? That's 6,000. I could probably spend 17,000 on it. And once he gets up there, I don't think we want to spend the last of our money, though. Let's see what happens after he sells and T1 picks up. And if we can afford it, we will go ahead and put this track in and add another train. All right, he's sold. We're up to 64. He's bought, and we're down to 48. Okay, we can definitely afford that. And then let's go ahead and grab ourselves another train and get that going. Buy locomotive. It's going to go from Indianapolis. No, it's going to go from Oxnard with wood up to Indianapolis. Save, and that one can go. All right, T3 has to wait for T1 to clear. Then he can go. No, he can't go until T2 clears. Wait, can he? Oh, yeah, okay. He's going to the same place and then coming back up. That makes sense. All right, we're going to get our money up now. Could not buy wood. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Shoot. That's going to be a problem. All right, I want T3 to go first because he's going to make us some quick money. Okay, and then T2, can you go now? Okay, that worked. T1 should stop. Uh-oh. Why didn't T1 stop? Why didn't T1 stop? Oh my god, what are we doing? Bro. What? What? How did my train just go through that? I mean, whatever. I'm not going to ask questions, I guess. Departing. Why can't... Oh, he can't depart because he's on the line. Uh-oh. Okay, that made us good money. Now he can fill up, and then they can both depart. T3's got to wait, please. Okay, T3's waiting. T2's gone. Then is T1 going to go after T2? Okay, let's... I almost just clicked my screen with my thumb. All right, let's see. Rated power, service life. Let's increase our service life next. Or wait, actually... down our maintenance costs. 14,000. Why do I feel like that's going to be a catastrophe? All right, T1 and T2 are both headed up, right? No, T1's still in station Y. Oh, because he's waiting for the track to clear. All right, this is going to be a bit of a problem. I'm going to have to add more here. Let's add new facility. For now, we'll put a... Oh, I don't know if we can afford a repair shop on there. We're going to need one, so we'll have to add a repair shop there. All right, T1, I feel like you guys can take more wood though, right? Yeah. And T2, you can also take more wood now. Sweet. All right, that'll help with money. I mean, it's literally 20% more cash, so... Or 25, I don't know. Something like that. All right, up here we have contracts, city, Baytown, Columbia, Naperville, nothing that we already have somewhere set up. I'm not going to take any contracts somewhere that I don't already have an established place because it's just so expensive to set up a rail station. I am going to need another cutoff somewhere. I don't know if I put a whole second line in here to Indianapolis. I mean, they're using the wood as fast as I can get it to them, so it's definitely worthwhile. But I also feel like we probably should be taking some lumber back down on these. So let's add a rail. We'll go from maybe there, parallel, and then into that. Confirm. And then what I can do is, who's the next one going up? T2, you should be the next one going up. So when you get up to Fountain Valley, let's go ahead and load up some lumber. Actually, we'll just take one. And then you're going to go to Indianapolis, and you're going to offload lumber. And then you're going to continue to Oxnard to load. And then T1 should do the same thing. So let's copy, and then go to T1, and paste, and save. Okay. Uh-oh. We're running low on logs. That's going to be a bit of a problem. All right, we're going to start diversifying soon. I want to know where all this lumber goes, though. Do they sell it to the town? T3 is just going back and forth from Oxnard to Indianapolis. That's fine. That's just extra money. How are we doing on our wood supply? We're up to 10. What I need is 15 every trip. All right, we're at 163,000, so that's doing good. How much do these boards make us? They make us 32,000 a piece. So that's an extra 60 grand we'll be making every trip. All right, I think we're looking pretty good. All right, we got a coal mine over there. Oh. How much are bricks worth? 23 grand. I'm tempted. But I shouldn't overbuild again. I'm already looking at next steps and I don't have enough money to complete what I'm trying to work on now. All right, is he going to get a lumber? Let's see. Spit it out. Oh, he took one. Okay. Lumber load pending. Oh, okay. So you can take 2, actually. And then offload 2. And then you'll do the same. Because that one's going to disappear, isn't it? Yep. It disappears. Stop selling to the city, you jerks. Just kidding. Do what you gotta do, homie. I do feel like I definitely want another station down here. And then, can I start getting rid of all this? Oh, no, I don't want to scrap all that. What I need is remove that, that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and then let's make this guy a parallel track all the way up. To about there for now. Confirm. And then we'll get rid of this. And this junction can go away. Oh, there's a train there. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, it should be all right. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. And then this guy needs to go that way. Confirm. That guy needs to go that way. Confirm. And then I need a way to get between these tracks. All right. I think we're good. Let's keep it going. Now I can get those trains moving a little more regularly. We got 15 there. Oh, wow. We got a bunch of lumber there. People. They still don't want any people. Is there any other towns around here that need people or mail? I don't see anything. Columbia. All right. We're at 200 grand. Let's keep working on our making our trains more profitable. I only have one more researcher. Actually, I got space for another one. Let's hire another one. Can't hire level 2 yet. Let's hire another level 1. And then we'll finish our research here. Nice. All right. So the trains are super efficient. We're making money. What's our P&L looking like? 246,000 year to date. Overall, we're at negative $500,000-ish. But if you remember, we started out with 1.5. So we're doing pretty good, I think. Last year, we were pretty bad. And we're at about 25 minutes, so I think this will be a good spot to end the first recording here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I think we're off to a good start here. We'll have to figure out how to expand in the next episode and keep the money going. Appreciate y'all tuning in for another high-tech redneck video, and hope you like this one. Please thumbs up, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. But more than anything, I just appreciate you guys watching. Have a good day.